couple of one-lux cameras, sharp cameras that I use at church, and that way you don't have to have a lot of extra lighting. You can take it just about anywhere with a, as long as it ain't dark, you can take a pretty good picture with it. And I don't know if these guys had a light when they was shooting that digital inside the house, but that sure was a good quality picture. And the light was even good on that little girl, which I guess was his granddaughter. And that just looked fantastic. Kind of looked like a studio picture, and it's real good quality. And the lighting was good. And of course, it could have been the room lighting, but I don't know. I'd like to know what the lux is on that. It seemed to me like I might have read in the magazine there where it's 3 lux on them digital cameras. I'm not sure, but I might get interested in one of them. I'd kind of like to wait till they put a disc in one of them, but give you about an hour and a half or 2 hours of record time. But when we're our age, we can't be waiting around too long on stuff like that. So I might just get one of them. So I'd like for you to turn that around if you get a chance, and just kind of show us them cameras and see what they look like, and give us a little demonstration on how they film. And naturally, me and Bob gets together and does things, and we're gonna shoot the fair this summer, I guess. And we shot Nuxall's golf tournament there this past week, and then Bob's got that processor too, and I don't know if it's the same one or not that I believe that Steve had. Or I believe I can't remember if that was Steve or which one had that processor and was demonstrating it, but that sure did make a difference in the detail on that. And I'm not sure if you think of it, or I'll ask Bob, maybe he knows, if that's the same processor that he got from that Elite Videos. And then what else have I got down here? Oh yeah, that schematic that I think Steve had was it looked kind of like my schematic. I've got 6 VCRs here and a couple of audio mixers and 5 or 6 pieces of Videonics equipment. There's so much of it I don't loop it all together because it cuts down on the quality of your video if you've got all these pieces looped together. So I got a bunch of wires run under my stand here and got them marked, and I just hook up the pieces that I'm going to use. A lot of times I just set the MX1 aside and use just straight cuts, and then I use my Titler downstream from MX1 sometimes, or just in between the two videos. And I just don't like to loop a lot of things together. And I see how much time I'm running. Oh, I got plenty of time yet, so I guess I'll just back up here and show you a video that Bob, I showed it to him today. And I've been making music videos ever since 1980, and of my kids mainly, and neighbors' kids, and anybody that come by, I'd put them on, make a video with them. And even my grandson, when he was like 5 or 6 years old. And I just showed him a little video I made that my daughter won a couple of prizes with. She won $50 one place and a couple of dinners another place for doing this. So Bob said, go ahead and show that on the round robin. So I'll let you take a look at that. This is kind of a long intro. Elvis has now entered the building.
Thank you.
Okay, we're back. Well, that video there, it sounded kind of like it. I meant the video made the, she won the $50 with that, but it wasn't the video, it was that outfit she wore. I think she's wore it for 2 or 3 years, and she wins every year. And this past year, she didn't wear it. That was year before last. And she really had a ball out of that thing. So I do a video for our retirement dinner. We have a retirement dinner every Christmas, and I always videotape that for myself, so they asked me if I'd bring it down and play it, you know, while we're having our dinner. So I did, and everybody started wanting copies of it. So now I sell 25 or 30 copies of it every year, and I usually put that on it, and I put some photos of people from Keebler, because I've took photos over the last 30 years, and several other people started bringing me their photos to put on tape too. And so I've got quite a bit of material, you know, to make that last a long time. Just use about 30 minutes for our dinner, and then put some old photos and memories and stuff on it. And I got a little demo tape here that I made up, and I put on the end of a lot of copies I make for people and things. And I just made this little demo up. It's just a little bitty short piece of some of the tapes that I've made, and then people gets an idea of what I can do, and then they come and ask me to do several things. I really don't want to work at this because I don't advertise it or anything. It just kind of goes by word of mouth, because if you have to do something, it's work, and if you do it when you want to, then it's fun. So that's the way I want to keep it. Just I like to do a little something, but not be in no rush about it. So okay, I've got a couple other things here I'd like to show you, and then I like to get these demo tapes on things before I buy them, and I've got them on several different things. I've got them on the MX-50, the 8VE5, the 8VE7, and the MX-1, and I just got one on the AB roll editor. Of course, they give that to me for buying that editor. And then Bob, he's brought me a couple of demos too on different things. I'd rather pay $40 for a demo and check something out before I buy it than I would to buy it and not like it. So these demo tapes are real nice. They tell you just exactly what a piece will do. And boy, that MX-50 is a fancy piece of equipment. I'd love to have one of them, but I just hate to give $4,000 for something that it's really not. It don't have the complexity that the MX-1 has. It just has a lot better quality, but it don't have as big a variety of wipes and transitions as it has 400, but they said, but not really. They're not as good as they're like cross fingers and things like that. Nothing like compression. Well, it does have a compression, but it only has 8 different fancy compression and trail wipes, and then it's got a lot of other kind of wipes. But it just has a real good quality, and it has one feature I really love. It's called it grabs a picture and keeps the video moving, and you can just grab like the head of a bride and take it down in the corner, and it still has you know, the full video movement and everything, but just that little piece of it is all you got, just whatever you choose, which is a real asset to a mixer, is being able to do something like that. And then of course it's got the same thing the MX-1 has on the aspect of making the oblong rectangle and any direction, and in the compose mode you can use all these different freeze frames and everything. And so between the two, I chose the MX-1 because it's about a third or less in price, and I was hoping that Videonics would come out with an even better one next year maybe, and maybe I'd get that one and have 2 of them instead of going into that all that money for that MX-50. But I'd like to have one of them digital cameras too. So, man, I guess I could probably spend about $100,000 if I really had it. I could go out there and spend it on video equipment. Oh, I'd like to get a couple of them 3-chip cameras and a couple of digital cameras and something like the MX-50 to mix them with. And oh man, wouldn't that be nice? Get you a couple of pro VCRs and a couple of time-based correctors. Well, the Video Toaster is back in business again. They started running them off assembly line back there in November. Bob brought me the brochure on that, or the R-Cloud magazine. That told when they started making them. So I've been waiting on. I've been wanting a Video Toaster, but you know, after the Amiga people went bankrupt, well, that kind of scared us up. And I used the one over at the Access Channel over in Kentucky, and that kind of scared me up about getting one of them. But now this German company's got it, so they're putting them out. So I'm just waiting to they get them